Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Panzer 1 or Pz.Kpfw 1 Ausf C. It's the Tier 3 German light tank with a machine gun. It's located on the north spawn of Abbey, and this one's under the command of Apache 6467. Now, he sent me this replay in because he wanted to show that he has actually been playing this vehicle for some time, and he does enjoy it. Game started. Well, it's armed with a 7.92mm Mauser gun, which has got 40 rounds in the clip and 640 rounds in the magazine altogether. And he's only using standard AP, which means obviously he has got a bit of a disadvantage because you might come across a tank which has actually got slightly stronger armour. Well, the Germans used these as reconnaissance vehicles. They were real tanks, they weren't training tanks in any way. And if you look online on YouTube, you can see that military history visualised say that this is probably the most underrated of all the German tanks on the battlefield. They didn't always go this fast, in fact they were quite slow, but they were very effective in the invasion of Poland. Well, he's gone a long way down the west side of the battlefield without any support really. I think he's waiting for his teammates to catch up and just doing a quick spotting run to see if the enemy's turned up. Doesn't appear to be. Each of these shells will do 8 hit points alpha, penetrating 33mm of armour, and it takes 8 seconds to load a mag. So you've got to make those shells count, because if you don't, you might run out of ammo in the clip whilst your enemy is still alive, and then you're going to take damage. He's found someone. It's a Panzer 3E, and he's unloading the shells in, but some of those shells are bouncing off, and he only did a little bit of damage to the Panzer 3E, and he took her around from that 5cm gun, but he's unloading the next clip into him, and he goes down to the T29. Now he's still reloading his clip, and he's darting around the corner without a full clip. Now he's got a clip, and he hasn't auto-aimed onto the target, so a lot of his shells were missed there, and he didn't kill the other Panzer 1C with his that clip. He's now reloading, and he kills the Panzer 1C, but he's now being hit by the medium 3, and he's got a much bigger gun, doing more damage each shot. Can he finish him off? Yes! But he's lost a huge amount of hit points. He's down to just 16 hit points now. Now, a lot of people use these tanks to go seal clubbing because they are so effective on the enemy. All those shells keep hitting the enemy tanks, going through, stripping away their hit points. And it can be very disconcerting for any noob to get suddenly, well, taken apart. And he's auto-aimed onto that tank, and he's taken him out the game. That was an M2 medium. And his next victim's also an M2, I think. Is that? Yes, it's an M2. Oh, and he's killed. There's only 3 left on his team, though. So he hasn't been seal clubbing very effectively because the enemy is doing rather well. Oh! And he manages to kill the M7 Priest from the front, which is very difficult to do because it's it's an M3 Lee hull, and now he's got this Panzer 1C having a go at him. I think he's auto-aimed on, and he took him out. But he's now down to just 8 hit points left. And remember, this was before team damage was taken out of the game, so you're perfectly possible to die by running into a wall too quickly or running off a cliff, so don't run off a cliff. It's 3 versus 3, and he's pulling back because there's a BT7 Art up on the plateau having a go at the Marder 2 and the medium 3. I think he wants to try and get behind the guy. Oh, he's not looking where he's going, and he nearly died there. He wasn't watching where he's going. I think he might have been sending a message. Don't take your hands off the wheel while you're driving. That's what my driving instructor said to me. Well, he's locked onto the BT7R2. He's about to get a nasty shock. He's just taken out all of our teammates. So it's 1 versus 2 now. And the enemy is a BT7 and a T29. So he's going to have to go back and head back to his own cap, because the possibility is that those enemy tanks are up that end. T29 was seen on the river road. BT7 was last seen defending the cap, but if you remember, he went over the edge and tried to get away as quickly as he could. Well, we're having a look. No sign of them yet. Didn't stop to let his binocs engage, but I don't think he's actually got binocs. Don't flip yourself over. As I mentioned, this game's from 2018, so it's some time ago. I think it was 1.0.2 update, so just after the new maps came in. I'm not sure if the enemies will have sixth sense. They may not know that they've been seen. If so, that'll allow him to lure them into an ambush. Nobody in sight. Oh, takes a risk, goes down the cliff, bangs into that rock. Only 8 hit points left. One shot will be enough to finish him off. Oh, there's one. It's the BT7. He's still got a lot of hit points as well, and he's coming straight on because he knows he's got the advantage in hit points. And well, Patchy's decided to bail, get out as quickly as he can. The BT7 didn't decide to come around the side. T29's turned up in the cap area. We got some hits, but not a lot. In fact, it was only one hit. So we can't go around the rock because the BT7's there. He's reloaded his mag. He's got 40 shots ready to go. Is the BT7 round the corner? No, 2 in the cap. When he spotted them, did they spot him? Sixth sense didn't go off, and if he does have sixth sense, that would certainly indicate no, they didn't see that he'd actually gone around them. This is dangerous because there's 2 tanks. He can only shoot at one at a time, but he can get a reset. Well, he got some damage. Very little though. Now he could go around here and then come back the same way. That'll fool them. If one of them comes out the cap though, he's going to have to try and deal with that one whilst the other one's capping. They're not doing it. Oh, now he's being clever. He's only attacking one at a time, putting the wrecks between him and them. Ideally, you want to put them one enemy facing you and the other enemy behind him, because then you're only facing one gun at a time. Okay, now will they know which direction he's going to come from? He's circled back. Okay, he's locked on. He did get some pens. He's killed one of them. Got the T29. He's locking on for the other one. Don't be too tempted to get them all at once. Now, is he going to circle around? Yes, he is. Good. Come back the other way. Not sure if the BT7 would have seen exactly which direction he was coming in from. My suggestion would be actually to go up to A7, A8 and go around the bushes, because that way you could look down on the BT7. Mind you, he might just then hide behind the Rex. And here he is. Caught him unawares. He's down to 30% of his health now. We're reloading. He's working this as much as he can, but he's only got 8 hit points, so he has to. Oh, he's... Oh! Oh, no! So what happened there? I'm afraid the BT7 got in a lucky shot, and he lost. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. Well, it's an ace tanker for Apache 6467 in the Pz.Kpfw 1 Aslains. He managed to get Fire for Effect, a Fighter Badge, a Duelist, and a Bruiser medal out of the minors. Out of the epic ones, well, it's not really an epic medal, the cool-headed, but he did receive 10 or more ricochets or non-penetrating hits in a row. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, and he also managed to get a defender, actually, by resetting the cap enough times to collect at least 70 defense points, and his win rate for the game was 13,802, but sadly it was a defeat. This was definitely the first time he got an ace tanker because it's got the scrolls underneath. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. You can see that he did get the highest damage in the game, 1,128 hit points of damage. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get over 1,000 hit points. Their highest scorer was their BT7 Art with 572. The BT7 that was in the cap, he only managed to get 8 hit points, but that's all he needed, and he took out Apache 6467, 1 kill, and won the game. When it came to kills, it was Apache 6467, shared that with the BT7 Art on the enemy team. Both had 5 kills. The Mod 2 had 4 kills, and then the T29 had 3. And when it came to base XP, well, that goes to the BT7 Art with 747. Then comes Apache with 671, and that's because he got an epic medal in a losing game. So obviously he picks up the Courageous Resistance Award. And the next high score after that was T29 with 478 base experience points. He fired 536 rounds in that game, got 248 hits, 142 penetrations, damage of 1,128 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300, less than 300 meters, all at close range. 25 hits received from the enemy, 8 penetrations, 17 non-penetrations, and he blocked damage of 177 hit points. If he hadn't taken all that damage from the medium 3, I think he might have won the game. He spotted 5 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 212 hit points of damage assistance and got 100 defense points. On a free-to-play account on this occasion, he earned 14,974 credits, and after Courageous Resistance award of 1,800 credits, so total came to 16,774, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 14,171 credits. He received 671 base XP, 381 for Courageous Resistance, took away 1,052 altogether. So yes, he has been playing the Panzer 1C for some time, and he seems to enjoy it. He gets a bit of fun out of it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I suppose if you enjoy it, why not play it? But the only problem is, of course, if you're playing a low-tier tank like this, you're going to come across a lot of noobs and cause them a lot of heartache because they're not going to be able to match your skill. So that's one of the reasons why it's not a good idea to keep playing low-tier tanks, especially ones which are OP like the Panzer 1C. So, but if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted when a new video comes out. And thank you for watching.